here to show you how to do a foundation single crochet stitch. Foundation stitches are used in replace of a traditional beginning chain and then adding sort of that first row. Really, you're creating two rows at once. You're creating that chain and whatever the first row is. So for the purposes of a foundation single crochet, it would be as if the first row was single crochet. So the purpose for doing this is to prevent some of the tightness that can happen from a traditional chain, and which can then obscure the shape of a piece at the beginning versus the end when you have sort of a looser stitch. So to do this, you're going to start with a slip knot on your hook, as always. I'm using a big hook and big yarn just to make it nice and easy to see, but this works on any size. All right, so we're going to begin with a chain one. And then what we want to do is, so you can either go in the V right here, or it's kind of easier for foundation chains, I think, if you go in this back loop, which looks like a little nose. See if I can get it. It's harder with single crochet to see, which is why I use this big yarn in here. So you would insert the hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have two loops on the hook now. From here, you want to chain. So that's your chain one down here, and then complete the single crochet as you normally would. So as I said at the beginning, you're creating this chain row and the single crochet row at the same time. So let's do that again. So if I'm going to continue, I'm going to, you can see, work in this back bump, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and then chain or pull through that one loop. Now, if it's helpful, just so you know where your place is, you can put a stitch marker or a safety pin there, or sometimes I just like to hold it. So I'm going to continue with that single crochet. So then I see that this is the stitch that I want to work through. Create the chain. Now, that's if you want to work through the back loop. If you were working through the front loop, it would just be this. It's not the back loop, front loop. That was the wrong way to say it, excuse me. If you want to work through the V of the loop, or you want to work through the nose of the loop, I've been working through the nose, but what it would look like if you wanted to work through here, the V, is insert stitch or hook, yarn over, pull through, chain one, and this is, the chain one is what you would hold on to remember or put your pin on, and continue the stitch. The difference, I don't feel like there's a big difference with foundation single crochet, whether you work it in through the nose or through the V portion of the stitch. It really kind of looks the same, but I do find that it makes a difference when you're doing foundation half double, double, triple. The size of the stitch of this loop of the chain seems to be bigger for whatever reason, and loopier with those bigger stitches. For this one, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I suppose you can see a little bit of a difference, but it's really just sort of stitcher's choice. So I'm just going to do it one more time through the back of the stitch, chain one, and then I'll show you again what that looks like through the V of the stitch. They really, with single crochet, don't look any different, but what you can see is that doing this means that your first row doesn't curve at all from the difference in gauge of a single crochet stitch from a chain. So that's all there is to it. This is a great option for any project that will have an exposed first edge or bottom edge. All right, if you have any questions, just post them in the comment section. Thanks a lot.